Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all doing well. It's a brand new week, and honestly, this week I'm going to be streaming quite a bit, basically a lot. Basically, Monday to Friday, I've scheduled a bunch of streams. Today, we're going to be trying to finish. I'm going to try to finish Database Detective today. We're on the final case, though. Given that it's the final case, I kind of expect it to take quite a while, so we might be here for many hours. But we'll give it a shot. And then tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm going to go back to Busbound and play the DLC that just got released, the Hidden Gems Tour. Apparently, it adds in addition to like new locations on the map, it adds a new gameplay mode where you basically drive around a sightseeing bus, and you have to you take your tourists around and show them all the sights and landmarks and stuff. And apparently, you don't follow a fixed route in there. You actually can just sort of freeform it. So it'll be interesting to see how that works and all that. And then on Thursday and Friday, I'm going back to Sovereign Tower. I'm going to be continuing with Act 3. I'm actually kind of surprised. Actually, I want to talk about YouTube for a sec. I'm a little surprised by how well the Sovereign Tower VODs are doing on YouTube. I think that they're probably the best performing ones I've seen so far. So that's good, I guess. In addition to that, I posted a short yesterday, not of Sovereign Tower, but it was actually a Crushed in Time short, and I was pleasantly surprised of how well that one did too. So yeah, I have some more shorts ideas that are coming. Actually, Sovereign Tower is a kind of a bit of a gold mine for some shorts because we had a lot of interesting moments there. So I'll be trying to work on that over the week. Maybe post them on the weekend too. I'm not sure. But yeah, a busy week. But without further ado, let's go. Oh, sorry. One last thing. I guess also tomorrow. I'm also working on some I got some commissions for stuff. So tomorrow there might be something new coming to the Twitch, at least the Twitch stream. So I guess you'll find out about that tomorrow. Anyway, it's time to become a database detective. And I'm going to have to also remember how to, do my SQL queries. Though, to be honest, I think this, at least for me, again, I come from a computing background. Like, I have a degree in, computing science and all that. But the query part is not necessarily the hardest part. I'm finding the hardest part in this game is to find data and choose the right data to work with. Because as we've seen in a couple of the cases, especially the one that was 2 cases ago, there's a lot of red herrings and lots of data that's available, but it's not necessarily what we need. It's just noise in a way. So I think the same thing's going to happen with this case, because I did sort of look at a preview of it because I was like determining should I keep going last stream or just end it there. I did see that there's a lot of things a lot of different websites we need to peruse. So this is going to take a while, I think. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm also curious. Let's quickly review this. I'll let him.
Detective, now that we have the perpetrator of this disgusting crime in our custody, I think locking them up will be a good thing for them in the long run. No phones, no distractions, just letting them live in the moment. They'll learn to appreciate life much more in that cold jail cell, I'm sure. But I think that was the last case we had for you. Let's see. Yeah, I don't... Oh, that's right. There is one more case that we have, but it's so minor and insignificant, even for us, that it's probably not worth your time. It's also a few years old. You know what? Read the arrest warrant yourself, and you can decide if you want to solve it or not. No pressure. This old newspaper article should give you a starting point if you want to investigate more, but I'm sure you have better things to do with your time. Feel free to log off and spend the rest of the day away from the keyboard if you want. Because, I know that's what I'd be doing.
I wish I could be doing that, but I want to finish this game. So, yeah. I also forgot that our police chief, our boss, specifically, because I was like looking through the newspaper article, but it wasn't really clear to me what exactly we're investigating. But he did mention the arrest warrant. So let me just see what exactly. You're commanded to arrest somebody under the accusation of being the leader of a plan to defraud millions using insider information violating... Oh, we're investigating a fraud. I see. Okay, so hot dog story is not what we're looking for. It is something to do with the Los Zorangeles Private Pension Program, or LZPPP. And it has been declared bankrupt because of some sort of weird insider trading happening. There's also something to do with big leaks. I'm not sure what's going on there. Does this still keep my history? Sword, yeah, it does. Okay. Because the thing we ran into here... So here's the LZPPP website. There's not much else to see here. That money's gone. We go to broker.com, which apparently has a ton of different companies of which we can buy stocks here. There's also this registered traders search, which I think might come in handy later on. But the thing that interests me here is all these different companies. And at that point, I think I got to this point, I was like, oh, this is way, way too much information. Oh. And you can also... There's stock data. My favorite kind of data. So we have price history and transaction history. I'm just gonna... Okay. So I'm guessing that in one of these transaction histories, we need to identify somebody doing something sneaky. And I think we know... So there's also bigleaks.net, which actually, I'm going to open a different browser for that. Big Leaks. And then, yeah, this happens to give us a kind of an overview of what the crime was here. Though, based on this seems to be a government. This is a government propelled, like planned operation. So it's not like. If anything, you'd probably want to arrest the government here, or at least some sort of official. So let's read this. Stage 1 of this plan was to borrow as many shares as possible in companies based in blank. That seems like a location to me. And I don't know what the from is here. And transfer these shares into our account. Sell these shares immediately. Ensure that the borrowed shares must be returned after blank. My suspicion, I think the one suspicion I had was this might be, if this, what's it called? The occupation of Yugoslavia has been, it's been mentioned several times during this game. I have a feeling that maybe that might be an event that might have, when something major like that happens, stock prices tend to go wacky. Okay, so it doesn't give us everything, but it gives us some idea, and the rest of it's just fluff. So it gives us some idea of what of the process that they went through. And we just have to figure out what that would be. Let's minimize that. So we could go through each of these companies and maybe something will stand out to us. Let's just go down the list. So, All In Inc. is a charitable foundation that gives back to the community by providing financial support for those in need. To qualify, one must win a sports bet or scratch-off lottery ticket received through the foundation. What? That's a weird... Okay. Go all in. You've given out more than $500. Want a chance to win? Just leave a donation and play one of our games. Huh. About us. Gert Heinrich, 1910 to 1988, was born a generous man. As a matter of fact, Gert didn't even know that greed was an emotion others experience until he was 70 years old. In his shock, he quickly established All In Inc. using his asbestos mining fortune. Oh dear. It was said that for each donation Gert received, he twirled his mustache and cackled maniacally, knowing that each dollar was going to a better place. Unfortunately, Gert suffered from a cardiac arrest at 78 years old, after his heart grew too large due to his extreme generosity. Today, Gert's legacy lives on. Although the ownership of All In Inc. has changed, Gert's generous spirit remains with us always. Donate now. Oh, I would like to donate. Let's see, Grungy. I don't have a real last name. I would like to donate $999. Credit card number 67676767676769. Scratch off lottery. Please enter a valid credit card number. Yeah. On here. How to play. In order to receive funds from our organization, you must win one of the following games listed below. Every week, we draw 5 cards that are published on our homepage. If your combination of cards has a greater value than our combination of cards, then you win. To calculate your potential earnings, multiply your donation amount by the difference between your card values and our card values. Wait a minute. My money laundering alarm bells are firing off right now. Wee woo. So we can get data of past card drawings. Okay. And then there's also sports betting. If you're a fan of Big Ball, you can try to predict certain outcomes of each Big Ball League season. If you're feeling lucky, you can also decide to parlay, which requires all the outcomes in that parlay to come true. Each prediction has a corresponding rate and code. The higher the rate, the more you gain to earn. These rates will change each Big Ball League season. To calculate your potential earnings... Okay, multiply the... Okay, there's some math that we also need to do there. This is certainly a potential... I think this will come into play. Also past winners. Actor guy. Okay, I'm not going to download these tables yet, because again, I'm not sure... I'm guessing that this is fitting into the mystery somehow, or the scheme, but I don't know where and when. I don't have any names to go off of right now. So, we'll definitely bookmark that. Or actually, no, let's bookmark the homepage here. This week's cards, 7K, Queen, 3, and 4. Okay. Alright, let's go back. Okay. CalMail. There's a reason that CalMail is the premier delivery service in all of Calizorania. With our fast 12-day delivery time anywhere around the Hudson region, you won't even need to go to our website to track your package. Headquarters in Parking District, Los Angeles. I think we may have used this before. Looks familiar. Oh, hi, 1010. Packages must be shipped in store. We do not accept returns. Stores open daily 1 to 4 p.m. Those are terrible hours. Zoran stamps must be used and are a violation of law if not present. If you don't sign your package in 3 seconds, I will literally walk away. It's like they do that anyway. Support. Dear customer, we've received your complaints that our previous help page was confusing and difficult to navigate. In response to your feedback, we've replaced that page with something more straightforward and honest. We appreciate your feedback and hope the effort put into this new page accurately shows just how much we truly care. Regards, management. I'm kind of expecting a crap page if I click this. Problem, we don't care. Haha. Okay. So, and then also we can enter your name there to view progress on packages. Okay. Maybe there's a package that's involved in all this, so definitely keep that in mind. Clowncar.com we've already seen before, and then there's, I don't think, well, they do have a database of drivers, which we did use in a previous case. But outside of that, I don't really see how this is connected. Clowncar is a rideshare service that provides entertaining and efficient transportation options for citizens of Los Angeles. As the pioneers of clown technology, this firm operates a network of trained drivers and clown cars headquartered in Zorantown, Los Angeles. Alright, Real NIMBY. As the primary realty firm for Los Angeles, Real NIMBY has that's an incredible name, has a large control over who owns the city's skyline. Founded by Theodore NIMBY, this firm is also known for their promotion of the depressive realism school of architecture commonly seen around the city, headquartered in the Los Angeles refineries. Kind of reminds me, I think I was trying to remember the name of this sort of architecture. It's like there's brutalism, which we've seen. Basically, it's like big, large concrete buildings. Unfortunately, there's a few where I live. The best example I can think of when I was traveling is you go to London, that is in London, England. Euston Station is an example of this. It's a freaking ugly train station. Anyway, Debbie NIMBY. It's named after. It's her last name. That's an unfortunate last name. Our homes are priced to keep undesirables out. Alpine Road. That's really expensive. Also, they're not in good shape based on the pictures I'm seeing here. Purchase details. If I click this... Oh. It's a table all on its own. Interesting. So the it's a one-row table for each of these. It just says... Okay, well, I guess the broker is Ms. NIMBY here. And the purchaser is public information. So possibly, it's very possible that as part of this fraud scheme, some of that money went into purchasing some of these properties. These are on Bleecker Street. These are all sold. I guess I think I need a hint as to how much money was used to purchase it, because I'm seeing various different purchase prices here. Capstone Street, Central Park Road. It's a lot of properties, actually. Okay, so I think what we need to look for is an address or a purchase price. So, because if we get an address on one of these streets, we can come to this site and look up who the purchaser is. Yeah. Okay, so we're definitely gonna keep this one in mind. PayUp Inc. PayUp Inc. specializes in peer-to-peer digital payments, making financial transactions safe and easy for all individuals in the Hudson region. With a small cost to set up accounts, PayUp has proven popular with communities everywhere, headquartered in Coney Island. This is the PayPal. And we found out this button doesn't work. So I think this is one's a... Oddly enough, I think this one's a dud. I don't think there's anything interesting with this one. Sky Foretold. Sky Foretold operates weather and temperature monitoring equipment and sells future forecasts through a telephone service. Operated in Zorantown, Los Angeles, this firm offers the most trusted source of weather-related information in the Hudson region. Previous forecasts are published free on their website. Sky Foretold. We know the future. 8-ball. By communicating with this special device, our weather forecasts have never been wrong. Call 1-800-FUTURE for next week's forecast. Knowing the future only costs $6.99. And we can download past weather forecasts from this website. Why would we need... I'm not sure how that would fit into a fraud scheme, but definitely worth noting. Okay, almost done here. Sports Fun. Sports Fun manages the most spectacular professional sports league in the Hudson region, the Big Ball League, and with 4 major teams competing in the game of Big Ball. Headquartered in the city-state of Flushing, the magnetic power of Big Ball brings fans from all over the globe. Get your tickets for Mole Men vs. Uncles now. Sports. Sports is definitely not my favorite thing. But I guess we'll have to look through some of that data. Actually, sports, if you think about it, stock markets, produce a lot of data. Sports produce a lot of data too, because you have wins, losses, kicks, goals, whatever. I don't know. Fouls. I don't know the rules. So, 4 teams. The Flushing Froggies. We're actually seeing some mentions of other countries. So Calzarania is where we are at, but there's also the Republic of Flushing. Much like real frogs, the Flushing Froggies are nimble, handsome, and loved by all. Due to their popularity, this team serves as the face of Big Ball with many devoted frog-loving fans across the globe. The Midtown Mole Men. This is our home team. Using their iconic city of Los Angeles mascot, the Midtown Mole Men try their hardest to win every season. Coincidentally, the players that don't win are never to be seen again. I wonder why. Greenpoint Pierogi from Greenpoint, Poland. I don't think there's a place called Greenpoint in Poland. That seems like an odd name. Despite their mascot's friendly appearance, the Greenpoint Pierogi are perhaps the most feared team in sports history. This might have something to do with their frequent use of savage violence. Okay. And Upstate Uncles from Upstate in Calzarania. Representing the upper regions of Calzarania outside of Los Angeles, the Upstate Uncles are known for their losing streaks and bring their small fan base nothing but shame every time they play. Yeah, everything's going well here. I'm just playing the game here. Rules. Oh. How do you play this game? So in this game, we are a police officer in a very authoritarian state, and we're trying to solve a case here. And it does involve a lot of perusing websites and trying to find data. Yeah. And then unlike a lot of other investigative games, this game actually requires the use of like SQL queries to analyze databases and try to find the information that you need. So this is the final case. I've already played through, like, this is like case number 9, I think. It is definitely, yeah, there's definitely, you had to use your big brain for this one. Rules of the game. The game of Big Ball revolves around the big ball, a large inflatable 36-inch long ball. Each team of 6 needs to get to the other side of the 50-yard field in order to score, while also preventing the other team from doing the same. Kicking the big ball is not permitted. You can't kick it. Okay. Nope. Thanks, Tintin. How to score. +5 points if you get a bucket. Making a bucket involves throwing your big ball in the opposing team's bucket. Okay, so like basketball. Finishing a run involves bringing your big ball to your team's scoring zone. So it's like football, like American football / basketball. And it's not like soccer, because you're not supposed to kick the ball. What an odd game. Schedule. That's a lot of games there. Past schedules. Okay, we can get data from there. Molemen versus Uncles. Froggies versus Pierogi. Big Ball Finals. Again, not entirely clear how this relates, but the fact that we can download past schedules from previous seasons, that might be important. Okay, then finally, LZ Airlines, founded in 1990 by John Airlines. Actual John Airlines, okay. LZ Airlines operates a network of flights around the greater Hudson region. This firm offers both passenger and cargo flights and is is the only passenger airline approved to fly in the California space. Okay. We crash rarely. That's good to know. Destinations. We finally get a map or at least somewhat of a map of the world. Interesting. Due to the current political situation in California, only 3 nations allow us to fly into their airspace. If you are a first or business class customer, we apologize for the inconvenience. Yes, I've been streaming for a bit, yeah. Maybe a little bit less than a year. Only 3 nations allow us to fly. Oh, that's what Greenpoint, Poland is. It's... What? Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, so Los Angeles is over here, this yellow part. Coney Island. So Greenpoint is an exclave of Poland. Greenpoint is famed for food, industry, and architecture. In one of the world's shortest flights, the journey of Greenpoint to Greenpoint takes less than 10 minutes and grants great views of the upper half of Los Angeles. What exactly made me get into streaming? For me, I had a bunch of games that I wanted to play, like a lot of games in my Steam library that was in my backlog. So I was like, I might as well just stream it and just share it with people. It'd be nice to just, have a record of it somewhere, and also just, if there are people who like those sort of games too, just have like-minded people. That's pretty much it for me. 10 minutes. Okay, so it seems like, I'm guessing based on this, I'm guessing the history maybe, because Poland's usually supposed to be like very far away, right? So I think Poland might have invaded at some point and took over Greenpoint. And then we have Flushing. Flushing has changed a lot since their independence. This cultural hotspot is an innovator of food, fashion, and sports. Don't forget to look out the window during your flight to see views of central Los Angeles and the northern part of Greenpoint. Okay. Departures. Already know your flight number. Okay, there's a place to enter it here. Don't know your flight number? View all flights. Don't have a flight? Book now at your nearest travel agency today. Okay. Dining. Oh, this will be good. Airplane food is notoriously bleh. Bringing your own food and drinks to your flight is forbidden by law. But that's okay. Here at LZ Airlines, we have some delightful meals waiting for you in your cabins. Just look at what we have to offer. First class menu. Food. Choose one. Steak with asparagus and mashed potatoes. Chicken with broccoli and rice. Orange soda, grape soda, beer, and water. Okay. Business class menu. Chicken with broccoli and rice. Only one choice and a little bit less choices in drinks. And then premium economy menu. Food. The smell of chicken from business class. Water room temperature. And if you're in the very back, the economy, the smell of others smelling chicken from business class. And you don't get any drinks. I feel like that's a human rights violation, but haha, very funny. Okay. Unfortunately, we got some hints from there, like the All in Ink, Real NIMBY. Like some of these are definite, and I think the sports betting probably has something to do with it. But to be honest, I'm not entirely sure where to start. What do you say? Big leaks. This is... Is there no hint on this document of what this is? There is a mention of an address here. The location of our operation planner and coordinator at address redacted. So my guess is the whole thing with Real NIMBY. I think this might be this might be the last step in the whole thing. I think somehow through all this we're supposed to get an address, and then we'll get the person, and then we can just put that in. Yeah. Okay. What I could do is maybe download some of the data here and just see if there's anything suspicious. Actually, there's a date on this, right? The LZPPP went bankrupt on, I guess, just before December 6th, 1993. Is there any information on here? Oh, no. Ah, here we go. There's actually a more exact date on the very top. They are bankrupt as of December 1st, 1993. We've been registered for 7 years on Broker.com. Okay. December 1st. So I think what I'm looking for then... Let me make a note of this, actually. Let's get the notepad out. Gotta clear out of all this stuff from the last case. December 1st, 1993. So what I could do... I could download a bunch of price and transaction histories, perhaps, and just see if I see anything suspicious around December 1st. The problem is we have 8 companies to deal with. Any goals? I'm already affiliate. I don't know, just want to just grow and get more of a community. That's pretty much it. Let's see. This is going to get a little messy, so I'm going to... Let's start with price history. The problem with this is we're going to get a whole bunch of tables on our desktop, which makes this a little annoying to deal with. Get 6, 7... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... What's this? WTHR? Oh. I guess that's not what I would expect from Sky Foretold, but okay. Okay. So we have 8 tables of price histories. Oh, there's a lot. There's way too much data to scroll through this one. So I think I do have to do some queries, but the times are also all over the place. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's actually multiple entries per date, because you can see that some of them have different times and stuff. Seeing new people in chat often? I don't know, they sometimes come by. I know a lot, there's definitely some people who just lurk in chat and don't say anything, and that's totally fine. They just want to watch me try to solve these mysteries and all that. Huh. Let's try... I'm gonna try this. Select star. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm just gonna search for prices on that day. Though it's possible that maybe it might be something like November 30 too, because, you know, maybe it takes some time to become bankrupt. But I'm gonna try this, where date is 1993 12/01. Okay, so honestly, not very much price change. That's pretty. That's actually a very low price, and not really much change there. So I'm not seeing anything suspicious here. Do you do anything to get new people in chat? I mean, I post some shorts and stuff. That's about on YouTube. But again, it's up to people who if they want to chat or not. I'm not gonna like. Yeah, no, I already do some of that. Yeah. You can check my YouTube if you want to see some of that. Okay. I'm just gonna go through these. Mail. $14.20. I could compare it with the current price. So we looked at All In, which was, I think it was literally only 41 cents back then, not $61. It's a big difference now. And then I checked mail. 1709. Back then it was like $14. It's not really anything too crazy there. Clown Car. Clown Car was at 89 cents in 1993. Oh, they're doing better. They're at $2.22. NIMBY. Really? That's a bit odd. Hold on. Oh, thanks. Yeah. He's basically a cleric. Well, that's a bit odd, don't you? I see something strange here. It's basically a D&D character that I've never really had a chance to play. So I sort of I took some inspirations for design of him, and yeah, had a PNG tuber made out of it. So based on this data, the data only begins in 1994, June 23rd. That seems a bit strange, because this whole thing happened in 1993, so this would be about 6 months after. Each agent must then mail all operation profits individually to the location of an operation planner. The only thing I can think of is maybe 1993. Perhaps in this I think the whole money operation that probably involves stage 1 and 2 right in December 1993. It might be possible that maybe they held on to the money for a while and then only sent it in 1994. Right? Possibly? Maybe? I don't know. Because NIMBY was not in operation until June 1994. So either it's that, or maybe NIMBY has nothing to do with this. Based on this. You sure are asking a lot of questions, Tenten. Like, I mean, I'm just doing what I can. Like, I don't feel like I need to do like a whole lot, like everything to promote my channel. I'm doing what I feel like I'm comfortable with. So I don't feel like I need to really change too much at the moment. Okay, so NIMBY... Actually, let me make a note of that. NIMBY. June 1994. Okay. Pay up. $0.39. You're doing better at $3.19. This is Sky Foretold, 273, 24 cents. Okay. Sport. It seems like sports are seem definitely very pop. Whoa, geez, look at this. $24 in 1993. They're at 183.9 cents. That's their current price. Let's see here. Then, so based on that, I don't think there's anything. It's definitely a big that's a big price difference, but I don't know if that's I don't know if I should discern anything from that right now. And finally, we have LZ Airlines. LZAR. And that is $3.83. I think I might have to not just look at December 1st. I think I need to look at a range. Yeah, maybe the... Actually, this kind of makes it a little easier, because if the bankruptcy happened on December 1st, that means anything unusual that might have happened in the month previous, so November 1993. So, how would I do that? Technically, this date is a number, so it'd be basically something like 1993 11, and then whatever this last number is. Yeah, can I do this? Greater than 1101. Or actually, maybe I'll just cap it to everything before that date. I'm gonna go back, and since we're on LZ Airlines, I'm gonna go backwards here. So anything, we're looking at the history before this happened. Maybe, can I do an order by here? Or it's already ordered. It's ordered. Okay, no, it's already ordered in such a way. It's already descending order, so that's actually useful for us. The price doesn't... Wait. Okay, hold on. Yeah, some sort of price crash happened here. It went from $30 and then crashed down to earth on October 19th. Down to $13.64. That's a big Big hit there. I have to make notes for each of these airlines. So, 1993, 10, 19. $13.15 to $13.64. Okay, let's look through these ones. The sports one I'm betting would... no pun intended. I'm betting there's going to be some interesting history here. So 25.35. So what happened on October 19? For these guys. Nothing of note. The price is actually pretty... I mean, it was... yeah, it's gradually growing. Bouncing around $18. It dips a little bit here, but I don't think that means anything. Actually, how far does this go? 1988. Wow. Okay. Yeah, no alarm bells here. Basically, I'm trying to look for very recent... yeah, I'm looking for very recent changes. I don't see any drastic recent changes just before December 1st, so I think sports is in the clear for now. Very low value in this weather predicting company. Not surprising. They've really not peaked $2.25, so yeah, kinda basically a penny stock. Pay up. Same deal of pay up. Very much a penny stock. Even worse than that other company. Yeah. NIMBY. No, well, this will give me no... yeah. That's going to give me no results. Clown car... Aha. I see another discrepancy here. Look at that. So, Clown Car is actually involved in this. On the, 1993 1019, price dropped from $8.88 to $3.17. Okay. So we can also look at transaction histories. So I'll get those tables and then take a look at that. Yeah, okay. So Clown Car is implicated in this. Oh, actually, I'm looking at the wrong mail. The mail company. $14.37. And then if we go to October 19. Oh, what the hell? That's a huge... okay. What's the name of the company again? It is CalMail. Price dropped from $128.18 to $48.57. I should probably it sounds like there's been one big event. I wasn't sure if there would be like other time, like if they were smart they'd sort of stagger their stock purchases, but I guess they're not that subtle here. So CalMail, I'll do this. CalMail, and then Clown Car. Went from 888. And then finally LZ Airlines. Okay, so those are the three companies we have so far. And finally All-In. 43 cents. And it's been like that since time immemorial. Yep, also started in 1988, which 1988 is when the reign of Zoran started, so that kind of lines up. Okay, so these three companies are what are suspicious. Just to keep my desktop clean, I'm actually going to kill all these price tables, because otherwise I'm gonna kind of smothered with too much data here. Okay, let's get the transaction histories for CalMail. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong. Why is it still on the sports page? CalMail. There we go. Clown Car. And LZ Airlines. Okay, so we have these three transaction histories. How does this table look? Date, time, quantity, buyer, and seller. Okay. Now the thing is, the price information that we saw is it's kind of limited. I think it's only like in certain points of time. So it's very possible that maybe the price that we saw in the previous day, so that would be October 18th, maybe the transaction happened on the 18th at the end of the day or something. So I might have to include that into the data here, or at least in my query. Let's start with mail. Or I guess I could do this. I could do the same strategy and maybe just do something like less than or equal to 1993 1019. Oh, and I have to actually specify the right table. There is a very large transaction of 60. Actually, let me make sure this lines up. Shoot, I need to go back to broker.com. Let me re-download the price histories for these three. Mail prices. So it would have to have been. I guess I need to mark down the specific prices I'm looking at here. So 1228. I guess I'll put them next to the price here. So 1228, 1757, and then 4. Well, how am I going to do this? 18th, 757. It's kind of weird. To 4857 on the 19th at 9:13. Okay. I'll do the same thing for the clown round table. Just to make it a little easier for myself, I'm going to roll back in time to the 19th. So 16 on the 18th at 1644 to the 19th at 1237. And finally, $30.15. So that would be the 18th at 1745. On the 19th, 1626. Okay, so now that I have this information, I can now go back to here and really discern if this... Yeah, there we go. So, what does it mean, though? I'm guessing that the price of Cal Mail on the 18th at 1757 was 128.18, and this is the price. I see. They sold 60 shares at 128.18 on that day. Yeah. And that was so much that it caused the stock price to like tumble. It is interesting, it is worth noting here that the tables don't show whether they're buying or selling. Well, actually, I guess in this case it is. It's not so much a buy or sell. It is just simply a transaction. So usually what happens is if a lot of people are buying or selling, it causes the stock price, that changes the stock price. Smart Group, Hudson Management. Buyer, Smart Group, seller, Hudson Management. So Hudson Management sold 60 shares to Smart Group at $128.18. Okay. I'm expecting to possibly see the same people. No, this is a little different. So for Clown Car, at 1644, I should do it like this. Hudson Management sold to Smart Group. For Clown Car, it is Big Boy Bank, what a name, sold to Old Money. Yeah, there's definitely there's certainly some individual names here, but a lot of these are just investment companies and organizations. Okay, so that we have that, and then let's check LZ Airlines. Hmm. 1745 on the 18th. Honestly, Mason McDaniel. Oh, also the D is not capitalized there. That might be important later if we ever need to do a query on him. To Heather Schneider. Let me just quickly look at bigleaks.com again. Whoops. Bigleaks.net. Borrow as many shares as possible in companies based in... Okay. Transfer those shares... Okay. I'm actually guessing... I think we can fill in the blanks by looking at broker.com. Because there's a little synopsis on each company of where they are based in. So if we look at those three companies, so CalMail, headquartered in Parking District, Los Angeles, headquartered in Zorantown, Los Angeles, headquartered in Parking District, Los Angeles. So CalMail and LZ Airlines are both headquartered in the Parking District. But that's the one commonality. Clown Car isn't headquartered there, but concerning the amount of the change in their stock price was very much I mean, it was significant, but it was a lot smaller compared to the other companies, like only from $8 to $3. So maybe this one's kind of a red herring. I should also maybe keep I should probably take note of the quantity that passed around. 32. Interesting, this is 120 though. Maybe I should try to join these tables to make this a little easier, but maybe. I'm just going to look through all the other companies and see if any of them are also headquartered in the Parking District. So headquartered in the city-state of Flushing. Okay, that's not even in California. Zorantown, Coney Island, Refineries, Zorantown. Okay, so it is those two companies. So I think the Clown Car is it's not related to this. Borrow as many shares as possible in companies based in Parking District from somebody? Some company? I don't know what this is. Transfer these shares into our account. Sell these shares immediately. Ensure that the borrowed shares must be returned after... This might be a date, perhaps. Also... here we go. Things have been going pretty well since the first ground invasion of Yugoslavia just 1 month ago. So that would be November 6th. That's not too far away from October 19th. We expect the full impact of the Yugoslavian invasion. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I think what we're looking for is there's a big sell-off of shares around October 19th. And then there's a buyback because again, this is short selling basically. So they're borrowing shares to then sell at a high price. And then they're waiting for the stock price. They're expecting the stock price to go down. And I'm guessing after the Yugoslavia invasion, stock prices are probably in turmoil. They're probably lower than what they should be. Then they'll buy those shares back and then return the shares back to whom they borrowed it from. So simply based on this, then 1 month ago would be about October 6th. Or no, November 6th. Let's note that down. 1993, 1106. Yugoslavian invasion. Or it's not specifically 1 month ago, but it's somewhere, I'm guessing it's somewhere around that time. I wonder if I can go through some like old... There might be some other websites that we've seen so far that show the exact date of the invasion, but I don't remember. If I can go back to there. Actually, hold on. I do have history here. I could go back to the history professor. Los Angeles. So I'm guessing when they invaded Yugoslavia, they got sanctioned by a whole bunch of other countries. This arch was built during the peaceful invasion of Yugoslavia in January 1st, 1994. Okay. Sadly, I don't think there's anything... Yeah, there's no specific date here. Okay. Buying back the shares needed to return what we borrowed in full. Okay. Let me move Clown Car out of the way. Based in Parking District. The bankruptcy happened there. I think maybe, yeah, NIMBY, it's not clear where NIMBY fits into this. So these two companies are, I'm going to focus on these. Clown Car, I think, is, again, something not related. You know what? I'm gonna make some new tables here. Let's do a join. So price. Let's do male trans and male prices. I want to male trans join male prices. Where date is, I'm just going to get all of the ones that are on October 18th and October 19th. So, or date is 1993, 10/19. This, oh, I need to T and P, we'll just use T and T. Oh, I need to join on. Oops. T.date equals P.date. There we go. I can probably clean it up a little bit. What I'm basically looking for, I want to join this next to the price. So these ones are definitely extra here. Can I do something like, excuse me, p.price? There we go. So everything in the transaction table, and then we're just adding on the price there. And then what we get is, then from this I can easily discern like when the price drop happens, and also get the price there. Okay, so this one I'm gonna save. Let's call this mail sell. Yeah, mail sell. So this is that's the point of when they sold the shares. And then we'll do the same thing for LZ Airlines. Yep, okay. So I'm just trying to clean up here. Okay, so looking at this, we got a whole bunch of different, there's certainly different companies involved here. It's not clear to me. Oh, they actually, oh, this is actually 180. Oh. Actually, maybe I need to go, I think I need to look at broker.com and just, I think they had some, yeah, FAQs as to how this is supposed to work, or how I'm trying to figure out how to interpret this data. Like, is it the, because in the mail situation, a lot of shares were, I guess, sold on the 18th. Whereas in the LZ Airlines situation, the large amount of shares is mainly on the 19th. So I'm like confused how to what exactly is happening there. Once you decide to buy or sell any of the stocks listed on our main page, we'll connect you with another party. Can I search for? Yeah. I think at this point now I can start searching for some of these groups. Let's, like, smart group. I don't know. Do I have to be like very, like, do I have to be very specific here? Oh, here we go. Smart group. They're the ones who bought these shares. They don't have a website. Okay. Hudson Management. Founded in the middle of the Hudson River, we're used to rough weather. Huh. Don't really... Maybe it's this transaction here I'm supposed to look at? Like Rosemary Dooley. No results. That's a bit strange. Grey Rock? We specialize in investing in the essentials of life. You need it? We'll take it all. Wow. guess I can, let's look up these guys. Mason McDaniel. So I guess registered traders aren't traders tab. You or your firm has met our capital requirements. You'll be added to our trader registry in the traders tab. But I've been trying to search for individual people, but they're not showing up here. Heather Schneider? No. Green Thumb Group. Greenpoint's largest investment fund. And finally, Peak Investing. I think they're supposed to put their website here, but instead they're putting in a description. And Synergy Group has no information whatsoever. Bob's firm. This isn't giving me any insight, to be honest. Okay. So certainly there was a price crash with these two. I guess maybe we could like search Let's try this. I'm gonna go and keep the same query. Let's go check the mail company. I'm gonna change the date to when the approximate date of when the Yugoslavian invasion happened. Maybe I'll do 3 days, because I'm not sure if it could be 1 day before or 1 day after. So what I'm gonna do is 1993, 1105, 1106, or 1107. I guess I could have done less than greater than, but this is fine. So what we're expecting for this is some sort of buyback. Hudson Securities. It's different from Hudson Management. I'm not seeing anything suspicious here. Again, so they sold the shares. Oops, I always get this website wrong. More shares. Share these shares immediately. Ensure that the borrowed shares must be returned. Oh, after the Yugoslav invasion, wait a few days before buying back the shares needed to return. Okay, so it's not going to be the 6th exactly. It's going to be sometime after. So let's just do this. Let's do greater than the 6th. And we'll just look carefully at this. Oh, this is normally in descending order, but what we actually want is ascending order. So order by date. Oh, I need to do t.date. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now it's in ascending order. So if I look, let me minimize this one for now. So compared to the sell-off, do any of those companies reappear? Gray Rock appears again, but they're buying again. That's different. That's not, I would expect them to be selling. So that's not it. I keep seeing this Hudson Securities. Are they related to the other Hudson company? I don't think so. Oh, there it is, I think. Smart Group on the 12th. I'm just trying to double check here. There's nothing else that... Yeah. Smart Group. Okay, so in this here, Hudson Management sold to Smart Group on the 18th. And then Smart Group sold their shares to DeMarcus Diaz on the 12th. But it's not a very large amount. DeMarcus Diaz. I don't think he's gonna. It sounds like a person's name. No, that's not gonna show up. To be honest, I'm kind of a little stumped. I feel like I'm not on the right track here. All I've identified is a big dip in price, but should I put this in here? I don't know. I guess chronologically speaking, $11.12. Oh, I've run out of space. Might as well. Guess I'll just put this on the next page. Okay, select this. There we go. So, let's see. CalMail. Smart Group sold to DeMarcus Diaz. I don't think the price matters that much. I don't know. And then so that's that. Let's look at LZ Airlines. And let's swap the tables here. Okay, anything? Oh, there's DeMarcus Diaz right there. McMason Daniel. Mason McDaniel. What am I saying? Mason McDaniel. Mason McDaniel. The thing is, Mason McDaniels has been doing quite a lot of other trading too. Like he's also selling. He's selling and buying all over the place. I don't think that that's him. I don't see a Viviana Hendricks here. Oh, I know. No, she's right there. She's buying it back from Peak. Viviana Hendricks. Viviana Hendricks sold it on the 14th. Viviana Hendricks. Or Peak Investing sold Viviana Hendricks. Mason McDaniel? I don't know what he's doing. Oh, and then Peak Investing is also mentioned again. My brain is getting fried, I have to say. I'm not sure if I'm on the right track, so I think I think I am going to get a hint here. I want to figure out if, yeah, I just want to see if if this is what I'm supposed to be looking for here. We should take a closer look at the document on bigleaks.net. Yes, okay, I already did that. Yes, I know about broker.com. If we find the transactions in broker.com, yeah, but am I looking at the right transactions? Which companies did LZPP say they would invest in? Oh, I think I might have missed that. Hold the phone. We only invest in companies headquartered here to help grow the local community. Okay, so I think that at least eliminates anything that's not in Los Angeles. So all in Coney Island, no. Los Angeles. This is also Clown Cars in Los Angeles, but not in Parking District. Real NIMBY is in Los Angeles. Coney Island. Zorantown. Flushing. Okay, so this, based on this, I guess it filters it down to NIMBY, Sky Foretold, Clown Car, Calmail, and LZ Airlines. So 5 companies. Can you filter it even further? We should look at the transactions from before LZPP declared bankruptcy. I did that. Take a look at the transactions made from LZPP. The perpetrators must be in there somewhere. Or are they mentioned? Oh. What would their name be? Oh, actually, would they be in broker.com? LZPPP. Oh. Okay. So, I guess one way to do this is maybe... Let's go to mail. And we're going to change the dates around a little bit. Or maybe we don't care about dates. We care just only about buyer is LZPP or seller is LZPP. I didn't realize that direct transactions. Oh, oh, I need an on. Whoops. I delete the on clause. Okay, that clears it up a lot more. Okay, I think I might have been barking up the wrong tree then. So, Laundered Investments, Bentham & Co., Big Boy Bank, Capital City, Upstate Invest. It's a huge sell-off here. What the heck? Yeah. Actually, they've been selling off like crazy for the most part. It's only around like October 25th is when they were actually consistently buying things. The rest of these are kind of all over the place. I need some more insight here. Oh, he's just repeating again. Really, that's all the hints I'm gonna get here? You should look at the... Take a look at the transactions made from LZPP. The perpetrators must be in there somewhere. I'm a little confused. What am I looking for? All I'm seeing is a bunch of sell-offs, like... If I look at... I guess if we look at the... Like, I don't know, October 19th, I guess? No, there's no October 19th transactions here. Surprisingly, not that helpful there. What am I supposed to look for here? Actually, wait a minute. Oh, no, I see it right here. Suit and tie. Okay, LZPP sold at a very high price to Suit and Tie on September 3rd. And then Suit and Tie bought some and rebought those back at a much lower price. Okay, let me look at this. Three. Sold to Suit and Tie. How many shares is that? Let me just... 3,551 times 4. 14,204 204 shares at around $85, I guess. And then 1993, 1025. Suit and Tie sold to LZPP. And the amount of shares for that, it's a bit less. Whoops. 7,102 shares at 1062. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm guessing that is the big one because it compared to all these other ones, which are a lot smaller amounts. Though there's a lot of repeating things here. This one does stick out like a sore thumb. So suit and tie. What the heck is this? Suit and Tie Investments was founded by two genius traders, one of which only wears a suit, and the only one wears a tie. Other only wears a tie. Oh. I see. We are two professional, very real traders who pride ourselves in being professional, very real traders. Ms. Suit. As one of the co-owners of this firm, I'm in charge of customer relations, investment strategies, service upcharging, and travel blogging. Speaking of travel blogging, check out this view from my window seat during one of my business trips. I sure do love my job. And Mr. Tie. So, I'm glad the picture does not show anywhere below his waist. I am also one of the co-owners. I am in charge of our high-risk investments and asset management. Oh, there's an all-in card here. To the right is the most successful high-risk investment we have made. And guess what? That's all me, baby. They told me addiction was a bad thing. Wait until my wife hears about this. Well, ex-wife. Deborah, please answer the phone. Okay. It's a parlay card. So you have to, so based on what we read, in order to win at parlay, you have to get all of these predictions correct. It's basically all or nothing. So I see where this is going. I see the breadcrumb trail now. $250 donation with these 3 predictions. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this for now. Let's go to allin.com then. Or go all in. And now we're going to, okay, so do I need the clown? I'm gonna get rid of the clown data. I'll keep this for now just in case we need to come back to it. So it does sound like they won. So the winners table is probably a good thing to have. And then weekly card. So it's not the card draw, it is this sports betting. Okay, so this one. Big ball bets. And that's okay. So this is... Okay, I have to do some math here. How does this work? Each prediction has a corresponding rate and code. The higher the rate, the more you gain to earn. These rates will change each Big Ball League season. To calculate your potential earnings, multiply your donation amount by your payout rate. For parlays, multiply all payout rates together. Okay, I need an example here. If you donate $50 on a 2.0 payout rate, you gain to win. You can win $100. It's a very strange sentence structure there. If you donate $50 on a parlay with payouts rates of 1.0 and 2.0, I see. Okay, so you multiply them. You double 50 to make 100, and 1.5 of that is 150. I see. Okay. And the codes are right there. Gotcha. Okay. The problem is, though, the codes change every season. So I don't know. And we only know we don't know how much they won, we only know how much they donated. Right? This winner's table shows, oh wow, those are big amounts. Well, I guess they kind of vary. Biggest one is 190,000. That's not bad. But hold on. If we go through all this, we'll identify who Mr. Tai is, but then what do I do with that information? Like, I don't think that's the guy, right? Or maybe, the only place we've seen where names are like the NIMBY with the whole house, the real estate company. Maybe I could look for that name there. I don't know. Yeah, this might be a don't feel like it's that easy. Okay, so like, what season is this? How am I supposed to determine this is one? Let me just filter by the codes at least. So let me go over here. Select star from Big Ball Bets, where code is A3 or code is C7 or code is B2. Okay, so yep, they're present in all seasons, and there's all these different payout rates. Okay. The winners table doesn't specify which season they won in, so that doesn't help. What am I supposed to do here? Rates available on our website. Is there a hint as to what season? I have a feeling I'm not going to find it here. I don't think Mr. Tai will show up here. No. Okay. That makes sense. Am I supposed to... Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. I think there's a limited number of seasons. There's like, what, 35? What I think I'm supposed to do... what I'm supposed to do... I think I'm supposed to join this table with the winners table and then perform the calculate, because we know the donation amount. So 250 times all three of these payout rates per season, and that'll be the winning amount. And if there's a matching winning amount, that should be it, right? Oh, excuse me, I'm burping a lot here. Join with winners. Oh, what are we joining on, though? I guess actually the calculation happens on this thing, doesn't it? On the on clause. So that doesn't really If there's a way to, I think what I need to do first is try to merge these. If I can merge these three rows into one row, that would make it a little easier. So it would be the sum of payout rate. Yeah, okay. Sum of payout rate. And then we have a group by clause by season. And I'll also put season here too. There we go. Okay, so let me just double check this. 10 times 2. Wait, nope, that's incorrect. It's not a sum. It is a... I'm multiplying them together. How can I do that with an aggregate query? There's no multiplicative sum here. Yeah, okay, that's a problem. Power function? No, that's not what I want. Crap. For a moment I thought I got it, but no, this is I need to multiply them together, not sum them together. How would I do that in this? I don't think there's such a thing like this. No, mult is not a... How... There a way to do that? Part of me thinks I might have to maybe search this up on the real internet. There must be a way to do this. SQL multiplicative sum? A multiplication aggregate function in SQL. Everyone knows about SQL sum aggregate function. Okay. Oh. Using a trick by summing logarithms rather than multiplying operands directly. Oh, this is some okay. This is some crazy math here. Sorry, I'm looking at a... We're implementing the ladder for now. Uh-huh. What the heck is this? Log of x time... Oh, log of x times y... Actually, you know what? I'm going to show this on... Can I show this on here? Just so... Maybe like a browser. Here we go. Okay, this might be a bit difficult to show though. Oh, why is it so what's wrong with the transparency on this? That's not what I want. It's the background color. There we go. Thomas, how can I scroll this? Crap, I can't scroll it on here. How do I... sorry, I'm oh, here we go. Interact. Here we go. Okay, so this blog post talks about building a multiplication aggregate function in SQL, and goes through some stuff in here, and then where is it? Right here. Where is it? Right here. It says there's no such thing as a mul, M-U-L aggregate function. So it says you can make your own or implement your own, which we can't do in the context of the game. But it says using a trick by summing logarithms rather than multiplying operands directly. Like that. So I'm not so mathematically inclined since it's been a long while, but let's just look through this. So logarithmic identity, we have b to the x plus times b to the y is bx plus y. Okay. And using some algebra, we can get out of that. The logarithm of b, x times y, is the logarithm of bx plus the logarithm of y. Therefore, x times y is b, okay. So we can define any multiplication in terms of a bunch of exponentiation to some base, say e, and our logarithms to some base e. What? So, or in SQL, x times y equals exp, or as an aggregate function. Oh. Oh. So that's okay. I was like wondering. Yeah, I see. I think I see why, because they introduce you to all these sort of aggregate aggregate functions. There's also the, and then in the math chapter next, there's this mention of the power and square root functions. I haven't found the use for these functions yet, but I'm sure the time will come. That's a big hint, don't you think? Yeah. But can I still do this here? Let's see. Exponent of... But this doesn't match up. We only have... What is the exp aggregate function? What's ln? Oh boy, I need to look this up here. Exp aggregate function, because again we're working with this is a case of where we're dealing with different types of SQL syntaxes. So we're using the what's it called? The wow, I can't even. What kind of SQL is this? This is like a special. Yeah, SQLite. So we're using SQLite, which has the power and square root functions. But I don't think they match up with whatever this is, which is the... What's the exp aggregate function? With log. Is ln an available function? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something off the documentation here. Maybe it is available. You know what? I'm going to try this. Sorry, I'm going to take this off the screen now. Okay. So... EXP... Some... No. Oh, I think I have too many brackets. No, it's... Yeah. The fact that it's not highlighting these ones makes me think that these functions don't exist in SQLite. So... The heck am I supposed to... What am I supposed to do here? You may have to replace ln... Hold on here. Whoops. You may have to replace ln with log depending on your database. Log is not available. I don't think we have these aggregation. I don't think these are available to us. So log, SQLite log function, built-in mathematical log functions. No? SQLite does have ln and log and exp. But for whatever reason, they're not I guess maybe they intentionally did this to you know, keep the syntax simple here. That's unfortunate. Can I get some help here?
Hey.
I'm guessing because we finally found Suit and Tie Investments. Maybe we'll get some different hints now. The owners of Suit and Tie seem to be agents that the leaked document is referring to. Okay. If we can find the names of each agent, we'll be able to know where they mailed the profits to. Yeah. It seems that one agent uploaded a picture of a flight they took. I bet we can use the details in that image to figure out the agent's identity. Oh. So I guess there's like two puzzles here. There's this one, and then there's this. Though... I guess they are taking LZ Airlines. I see. And I see. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out this then. Let's do this one instead. So let's bring up LZ Airlines. This looks like... Are we seriously looking at this by geography? Because I mean, the shape of this does look suspiciously like this little part here. So I'm guessing this is a flight to Flushing. Yeah, a flight to Flushing. And we do have flight data. But also there is a hint here of a drink. Grape soda, which is available in business class and first class. I guess they're on business class because this is a business trip. So, okay. We don't see a meal here, so maybe they've already consumed it. I don't know if this big ball screen is supposed to be a hint. I don't know. There's not that much. There's not that many other hints on from what I can see here. Let's download the flight data. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to this. So let me copy that. Paste the query there. Okay. So flight data we have. This is just the flights though. I guess we're supposed to enter the flight number in here and then maybe we can discern their identity from that. It looks like a flight. It's on the left side, so they're going from Los Angeles to Flushing. So let's filter out that. Select star from flights where departing is Los Angeles. And arriving is Flushing. Okay. That's a lot of flights. Wait a minute. I see. Oh, this is actually quite ingenious. We saw on the... Now we have to go back on Sports Fun. The schedule. Ah. Games history. So we know that the yeah, not every day has a match. Oh, this actually I actually like this a lot because we can determine lots of yeah. So it has to be same day, the match is happening on the same time as the flight. And also the jersey will probably provide some hints as to which team they're on. I'm guessing it's the Upstate Uncles because it's an orange jersey, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to join these two tables together. We're looking for same date, the matching date, and the team is the Uncles. The Uncles, yeah. Outside of that, I don't see a score on there. It might not matter here. Yeah, let's do that. So flights F, join to games history. Let's call that H. On f.date is h.date, where departing. So f.departing, f.arriving, and h.team, right? Team is Uncles. Let's see how many results we get from this. Okay. It's more than I wish it would filter. I wish it was less than this, but it's at least it's a sizable number. Now, so it's a bunch of games ranging from 1990 to 1998. Trying to read her description, see if there's anything I can discern there. I could try score, doesn't matter, I think. Let's do I'm going to see what happens when we go to LZ Airlines. I'm going to just pop in one of these flight numbers, like 44719. Oh, what the heck? Check-in form, flight departed. It's probably, it could be first class or business class. Though business class has 3 seats next to each other. This looks... Nope, this does look... You can barely see the edge of this next seat there, so this is business class. It's on the left side of the airplane. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Each flight has their own table? Oh, this is terrible. I can't... I'm definitely not going to download every table. That would be crazy. I suppose some of these flights are very late. And this, I mean, you can see outside the window. Wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn moment. Hold on. Do we have to employ the use of the weather forecasts? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. What does this say? Okay, raining, clear skies, raining, partly cloudy. Clear skies. Okay. There are some clouds in the sky. So we're looking for, I guess, partly cloudy, right? I'll close these off here. Partly cloudy, very cloudy. Yeah, let's do partly... Okay. So we're going to join another table here. Join... How do I join multiple tables again? I can't remember. It's been a while. Chapter 5? Where's the part that's... How do I join? Oh, here we go. Join multiple tables. Okay, you comma on the join clause. I see. So we want... past forecasts. I'm gonna call this W, because for weather. for f.date equals w.date. So we have a pretty big ass table now. I'm going to try to filter it out a little bit. Let's do f.date, f.flight number, h.team, and then w.forecast. Okay, and now we have to filter on forecast, which will be partly cloudy, all in caps. There we go. So this is what we're seeing here is a flight from Los Angeles to Flushing, where on the same day the uncles are playing and on the same day the weather is partly cloudy. Okay, so 42020. 42020. And then I have now, so I go into here, and then I have to download the seat reservation table. And from this, I probably don't need a query for this because there's a limited number of seats. But we're looking for someone sitting on the left-hand side, window seats. So it's either F5, 6, 7, or 8. F5, F6. The only woman here is, I guess, or at least female presenting name here is Karen Steep. We do see in the picture that there is someone in the seat in front, so it can't be F8 because this is an empty seat. So it must be, yeah, I think we got her name. Karen Steep is her name. I'm not sure what to do with the name, but okay, so we have one person. Now back to this. Back to this crap. Let's go back to here. How do I multiply the payout rates? I wonder... I'm kind of tempted to maybe ask for a hint here. Close this off.
Hey. Aha.
Yeah, already got that. Thank you.
Aha.
Got that already.
Aha.
Another agent seems to enjoy gambling. If we can calculate how much this agent made from the investment they uploaded, will be... Yep, okay, yep.
Aha.
That's the only hint you're going to give me for that? Oh. You're useful. Thank you. Jeez. Alright. So how am I supposed to do this then? I just want to combine these. Like if we look at season 1, that's 10 times 2 times 1.6. That's 32. But I can't seem to use, I can't use that that trick. There's no multiplicative aggregate function here. Let's see, equal like multiplicative aggregate function. Aggregate function to multiply all values. exp sum ln. So things like this, where, well, not code, but payout rate. Yeah, because it doesn't understand what exp is. It thinks it's a column name. That's hence why the error message is like that. So I guess I'm kind of like, I wouldn't be, if the game allowed us to do this and it allowed us to like look this up outside of like look up this sort of trick, I wouldn't be too opposed of it, because it's like, you know, you work with what you have. But it seems like the devs have made a very explicit choice to like, yeah, don't use this trick. But then without it, then how am I supposed to get how am I supposed to multiply these together? There's no multiplicative function, right? There's no mul. Yeah. So what do I do here? I don't want to multiply every single one of these. That's stupid. There's no way of, just double check here. These rates will change each Big Ball League season. Clean up my browser windows here. I'm at a loss. And I'm surprised this guy's not giving me any additional hints. This part is the part that's like the whole part of her thing, it made a lot of sense. Like you just sort of piece everything together. This one, yeah, I know that. Yeah, yes. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's looping again. I think I missed it. Like, I don't understand why he's only giving one hint for the second agent. Because I'm... How much this agent made from the investment they uploaded. Calculate how much this agent made from the investment they uploaded. We'll be able to figure out this agent's identity, but I have a problem with these seasons. How am I supposed to do that? Which season is it? It doesn't tell me. I think this is the first time in the game where I've found, like, I think I've found, this is the first time I've found the hints to not be helpful here. They were helpful for pointing out all this stuff here. Oh. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm stupid. I should actually look at the predictions themselves. Oh. Okay. I wish they gave a hint that pointed, like, said, look at the predictions on there, and then you can use that to determine which season it is. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think we're in business. Let's figure that out. To do that, I don't think I have the table for that right now, right? Because let's get out of this website. Sports fun. Schedule. Oh no, we already have that table. Okay, so from this games history table, at least one team scored no buckets all season. All season. That means they must have scored 0. No team scores more than 35 points. That's a pretty easy one. Let's try this. I can't believe I tried to go try to do the multiplicative route. I feel like I'm pretty sure there's probably some people, especially people who are do a lot of more advanced database stuff. They probably tried going straight for that, and they hit a brick wall because the language here is not, the SQL language is not advanced enough. What am I doing? Select star from games history, where no team scores more than... This looks like a bunch of group buys and havings and wheres. No team scores... It might also not be necessarily all in one query. No team scores... Your final score is less than or equal 35. Let's see. Group by season. I don't care about the games. Whoops. Season. Okay, no, this shows me I'm looking for ones. I'm looking for the seasons where there are scores over 35. Okay. Oh, we have to do some... I see. Okay. I think we need to use an except clause here, because this is the part that we need to cut out. We don't want seasons where they scored more than 35. Okay, so this is actually the second part of our query. I guess we have to do something like this. Season from games history. Except, actually I can just probably do this, right? Whoops. Except, and then group by season. Let me just... There we go. So now we have the reverse. So these are all of the seasons where no team scores more than 35 points. Okay. Now, At least one team scored no buckets all season. No buckets all season. Uncles win a game by more than 5 points. No buckets. It means... Oh, wait, buckets. Oh, that doesn't... That's a very specific thing. It doesn't mean they scored 0. Oh, this is where the rules come in. That's... Oh, I see. Interesting. Interesting. There's some really... It's a little bit subtle here. But because... Okay, so assume you have a team that scores only runs, no buckets. That means the possible scores that they would get would be 8 or 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. 40 is the only net is the only. They're very specific here. 40 is divisible. Is the only one of those that's divisible by 5, which could mean. So if someone scored 40 in one of these final scores, they could have done it using all buckets, or they could have done it using all runs. But because we have this condition, no team scores more than 35 points, we'll never hit that. So we can assume we're basically looking we're looking for, is that right? Like no buckets. Yeah, we're looking for some... This is where the modulus operator comes in. We're looking for a sum score divisible by 8. Yeah. At least one team scored... It has to be all season. So... How am I going to do this one? Part of me kind of wants to get rid of this accept clause, but it's kind of complicating thing. Well, actually we need it. So, group by season. Where final score, what's the modulus operator? I think it's percent, but I just want to double check here. Chapter 5, I think? Ah, here we go. The modulo operator, final score, modulo. Actually, the example is modulo 8 right there. So, final score module 8 equals 0. It cleanly divides into 8. Okay, the list of seasons is less now. We only have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 12 seasons. It's still too tedious to try to calculate each and every one. So I think this last condition right over here will probably clinch it. Uncles win a game by more than 5 points. Can I just add that to the where clause though? Let me see, because that'd be enough? Win a game by more than 5 points. That's a bit... Because we'd have to match the... Get rid of these tables. These are not useful anymore. We'd have to join... on the same game. No, that doesn't work because these are separate rows. So in a way, a self-join would have to be what is needed here. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this table on its own. Okay, let me save the table as... I'll call it just temp for now. So temp. We'll stick it in the corner here. So these, we have this for that satisfies the first and third conditions. I'm gonna write a separate query that gives me which of these, the second condition. And then I'll take that result and compare it with the temp table. And I'm guessing there's going to be one exact match. That should work. So now how do I do this again? So we're going to have to... Do I have to self-join here, I think? I have to look up the manual on self-joins, because this self-joins always make me a little nervous. So from game history G1, join game history G2. We want the same games, same season and same games. So G1.season is G2.season and G1.game is G2.game. And actually, if I just so I understand what I'm doing here. Oh, whoops. Games history. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's not exactly what I'm doing. What I want here. It's doing a cross product of every possible row combination, which is not exactly what I want. I guess. As long as I do and G1.team equals uncles. We're just choosing one, the first table. And then I guess G2.team is not uncles. Okay, that looks good. And then, oh, we have two final scores. Let me try to let's clean up this selection here. So we want... Let's do g1.season. g2 g1.game. g1 dot final score. Because both of these columns are named final score, I'm gonna have to alias it. So I'm gonna have to call it score 1. Yeah, score 1 being the uncle's score. And then g2 the final score. Let's call it score 2. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We don't care about the date anymore. So date's gone. And then we're looking for ones where they score more than... and... Yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of self-joins now. This actually makes a lot of sense now. So g1.score1 is greater or equal g2.score2 plus... how do I do 5 in here? Plus 5, right? Uncle win a game by more than 5 points. So actually, not exactly 5 points, more than 5. Oh, whoops. What's wrong here? 4, 1. Oh, you really want... I guess I can't alias it in the query itself. That's kind of annoying. Okay, looks like there's several games where this happened. But let's match it up against this here. So 3, 5, 7. There is one in season 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, can I do a group by here, maybe? Maybe I'll clean this up a little bit more. Group by season. Oh, g1.season. Oh, I think I'm trying to get too many... no, let's not bother with this. Yeah, I'm gonna get some duplicates, but that's fine. Okay. So, okay, season 8 is a match. 13, 12, 17, 14, 16, 20 is a match. 23, 24, 26, 27. Ah, shoot. Okay. It's not what not exactly what I expected here. There are 4 seasons where this is true. Yeah, so season 8, season 20, 24 and 10, season 30, 31 and 34. Yeah, okay. Okay, I can get rid of this thing. Seasons 8, 20, 31, 34, right? There's no other ones, right? 21, 25, nope. So we filtered it down to 4 seasons, but I guess now we have to just maybe calculate it. At least it's a little bit doable now, so let's go do that. So 8, 20, 31. Okay. Where the heck is my bet table? Okay. let's calculate the payout rate for each of these seasons. So actually, I can scroll to each of them. Oh, shit. We also well, we have to do it by Where's my query here? This one. Okay. Using the codes that we have and use some brackets here. And season is 8. Okay. 1.6 times 3 times 5. Use a regular calculator here. It would have been nice if they added an actual calculator in the game. That would feel a lot more immersive, in my opinion. But I'm afraid I'm gonna have to use my actual desktop calculator. Hold on, I gotta redo this. So 5 times 3 times 1.6, 24. Let's do this. Seasons equals payout rate. And then season 20. Eight times 5, well, that's big. 72. And then season 31. Seven times 4 times 1.5, 42. And finally, season 34. Oh, that's a big one. That's 100 already. 100 times 3.5. 350. Wow. I wonder if he got the 350. That's... Okay, so using this, we have the winners table. We're looking for... Basically, we're taking this amount, all the amounts here, dividing them by the payout rate, and if they equal 250, that's the one that we want. So if we, I'll just do this manually here. So winners where amount 1 divided by, let's start with 24, is 250. Edelmira Bishop 6000. Edelmira? That sounds like a woman's name. Edelmira? Yeah. Actually, apparently they were a countess in the real world. Yeah, I don't think that's it. But I'll note their name anyway, so... Edelmira Bishop. Okay, let's do 72. Tony Tooby. An amount of 18,000. 42. Hattie Henry. Doesn't sound like a man's name, so maybe not this one. And then finally 350. Whitney Bates. Whitney is kind of somewhat of a gender neutral name. Like, I think there are some men who are named Whitney. So, yeah, hard to say. Tony Tubies does seem like the main suspect. So I have their names. Now what? Like I'm only supposed to enter a single name here. So to be honest, I'm kind of confused as to what I'm supposed to do with this information. I don't think they'd show up in here, right? Karen Steep? No. So what do I do here? Oh. Deborah. Ex-wives can ex-spouses usually change their last name after divorcing, so I don't know if that's gonna... I don't think I can find another Tubi. I don't think I'm gonna get any more hints here.
Aha.
Yeah. If we can find the names of each agent, we'll be able to know where they mailed the profits to. Oh. Do I have to use CalMail for this? Enter your name here. Okay. Let's start Karen Steep. Oh, it's a frickin' package for Karen Steep. Okay. Hold on. So many frickin' tables here. And I'm just kind of curious, did they put tables for all these other people? Just as maybe as like red herrings? No packages found for Eldemire Bishop. Okay. Hattie Henry. No packages. Okay. Whitney Bates. Okay. Tony Tubi. Okay. That at least confirms to me that all these other... I see. So it is these two, I think. So packages for how many tables? Here we go. So let's see. Okay. Not a big list of packages here. And we're looking for... They're sending the money out. So we're looking for outgoing packages. It may not necessarily be the same... Look, wait a minute. Is it the same location? Let's go back to... Big leaks again. Each agent must then mail all operation profits individually to the location of our operation planner and coordinator at address. Use a real name. Okay, so it does sound like they are sending it to the same address. I mean, just visually looking at it, I don't need to do a query here. Neptune Avenue. Neptune Avenue is one. Not Cortlandt Street. Not Central Park Road. Westwood Avenue in transit. It's not been received yet. So... looks like it is Neptune Avenue. Capstone, Alpine, Purring. Yeah. 193 Neptune Avenue. Let's check Real NIMBY. 193 Neptune Avenue. I think we almost got it, to be honest. Neptune. Where's Neptune? Wait a minute. There's no Neptune. What? There's no Neptune Avenue on this website. CGH. Where's N? Hold on. Something doesn't add up here. Let me go back to this.
Hey. Aha.
There's a couple places where we can discover where different addresses lead to.
Aha.
There are specifically 2 websites where you can discover who owns a building at a listed address. I mean, I saw one. What's the other one? What are you referring to?
Aha.
Oh, broker.com also has addresses. Oh, okay, so we're not, oh, I see. We are not at we're not at this stage yet, I think. All in Inc. is 193 Neptune Avenue. Okay. But how do we get the ownership? Contain addresses. We can also look up the owner. How? On broker.com. How do I do that on broker.com? Is the address of the largest share... Oh. I recall that. Hold on. Address of the company's owner is the largest shareholder. Okay. That's a very... I almost forgot that hint. I remember reading it last time, but that's a bit subtle. Okay. So we're back to stocks now. We have to figure out who the largest shareholder is. I'm supposed to do that. Transaction history? I think I need to do a group by here. Okay. So let me get this out here. Return. I think this is a straight up sum. However, we also have to keep in mind that they might have sold some shares, so the person who bought a lot may not be the currently be the largest shareholder. So I have to be careful of that. Well, hold on. Let me do let's do this naively. So sum of quantity from all in transactions where group by buyer. Well, okay, that's not what I want. Buyer. And we should probably order by quantity. Nope, that's wrong. Sum of quantity. I want descending order. Okay. Okay, so this is not exactly correct, but based on this, the one that has been buying the most, or has the most buy transactions of in terms of quantity, is Ponzi Scam. But I don't think that may not be right. Like one way we could do, one thing we could do. If I just change this to seller. Whoops, wrong. Change this to seller as well. If Ponzi scam shows up in the seller table and it's larger than this difference from the next buyer, then that means that they are not necessarily the biggest owner. But let me see if I can find them in here. Okay, that makes it a lot. I see. That makes it a lot easier here. They've only sold 796 shares, so they are most definitely the leaders here. Okay, so Ponzi Scam. And they have a website. Owned and operated by the humble Ponzi Scam family. Oh, it must be a nice... it's very The Godfather vibes. All right. What the hell? Are we we have a family tree? Deal... Is this the root trees again? The Ponzi Scam family. In 1919, Charles Ponzi Scam started a successful investment firm due to his expertise at insider trading and committing fraud. This was legal back then. The Ponzi Scam family investment firm continues to this day, owned by Charles' eldest surviving grandnephew, who proved more capable than the rest of Charles's grandchildren. Ponzi Scams table. So, eldest grand nephew. Let's make tables here. Ah, there's definitely some deaths here. Okay, let's filter out this table. We need to get rid of all the dead people. So let's get select star from Ponzi Scams, where Death Day is null. So finally our first use of null here. Or, yeah, null. Is? Is. Okay, not equals. Okay. That filters it out a little bit. Ah, crap. Are they expecting me to reconstruct their family tree from a database table? This is irritating. I can see why they owe the dev, at least in the book it mentioned like database developers they usually go insane, and this is insane already. Eldest, okay, what did it say again? Eldest surviving grandnephew. So okay. Actually, I think what we need to do... I think this Death Day is null, has to be but the last part of our search. So instead, Ponzi Scams, where... grandnephew. So actually what we're looking for is not a direct descendant of Charles. It's the grandson of his brother. So we need to, okay, let's just go name is Charles Ponzi scam. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to keep notes for this. Unfortunately, there's no visual way of. I wish there's a way. We don't have like a way to draw a table on here, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, Charles Ponzi scam. I'll figure something out here. Her mother was Monzi. His mother was Martha Ponzi, and father was Edmund Scam. So they combined their names together. Interesting that usually when you combine them, there's like a dash between them, but in this case, they just mashed the names together here. So we're looking for someone with the same mother and father. Okay. So let's do mother equals Martha Ponzi and father equals Edmund Scam. Okay, there's definitely a lot of siblings here. We have Agnes, Stanley, Victor, Cyrus, Oscar, Clara. Clara Stewart. Perhaps she married into some other family. Okay. So, Stanley, Victor, Cyrus, Oscar. Stanley. Actually, I'll do PS just to. So, okay, Charles, Stanley, PS, Victor. Maybe it might be easier if I just do it like this. So PS, Cyrus, PS, Oscar, PS, and then under each of these. Oh, I forgot about Stanley. Stanley, yes. And I think I'm just gonna have to travel down each of these brothers and see where they go. So it's the grandnephew, so it's 2 generations down. So we're gonna get this. We need to get the descendants of these 4, and then the descendants further of them. It has to be the eldest. The eldest. Possibly one way to do this is if I could just get all the descendants of these 4 and then create a list. I'm hoping it's not an extensive list. If it's something small, I could put into a query and then look for all the descendants of them. And then look for the birthday that is the largest, or sorry, not the largest, the least, the earliest, implying that they're the oldest, and that they are not dead. I think. So, okay. Let's start with Stanley Ponzi scam. Well, Well, that shows them. I need. I guess it'd be father here. Yeah, so father. Stanley had 3 children: Beatrice, Ford, and Morgan. Beatrice is still alive, but that doesn't matter here. It could be that dead, so let's do Beatrice Ponzi scam. I'm putting Ponzi scam here because the grandnephew or the great nephew may not have the same last name. So Morgan Ponzi scam. Okay. All right. Children of Victor. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Shit. Is this sort of thing, is this sort of problem, do I have to solve it with a really complicated query? Or is this the way to do it? Like, this is... There's too many names now. Oh, Victor married... Wait a minute. Oh, I should probably... okay. 1914... Oh yeah, so later on... I guess something happened with Maud and he married Leslie. More capable than the rest of Charles's grandchildren. Eldest surviving grandnephew. I'll put the names in here, but I'm like, I don't know. This is it's getting a bit much now. Ewa Atkinson, Doris Beekman, Josephine Berkeley, Duke Ponzi scam, Rory Ponzi scam. I've run out of space. Okay. I'll put these two on the next page. I'm hoping these two don't have that many children. Miles Ponzi scam, Bridget Stanley. So 3 and 7, so it's already 10 children. Or 10 nephews and nieces. Cyrus. We have 5. Lily Actually, I can probably just copy this. There we go. Hannah Grover. Marissa Newton. Julia Ponzi scam. Albert Ponzi scam. And finally, Oscar. Please be low. Please be little. Another 5. Okay. So 20 children. Jeez. Laura Husserl. Calvin Ponzi scam. Caleb Ponzi scam. Rutherford. Oh, that's a fun first name. Ponzi scam. And finally, Gertrude Tilden. I think just for... I think I'm going to have to make a nasty, humongous query here. To be honest. Because... With basically... basically, it'll include all of these nephews and nieces. And well, also that some of them are fathers and some of them are mothers. Okay. Let's try it. So, where mother is Beatrice Ponzi scam. Or, actually I'll do or over here. Or, Ford I'm guessing is a oh, Morgan? Shit. Morgan's a kind of a... Morgan is a very... could be either gender there. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. I guess there's no harm in doing something like this, because it's one or the other. So, yeah. Or mother is Ewa Atkinson, or mother is Doris Beekman. I wonder if the dev actually expected someone to do it like this. Josephine Berkeley. Or father is Duke Ponzi scam. I have to make sure I also don't misspell here, because if there's one mistake, I exclude that whole part of the tree, which might be really bad. Okay, Rory is a there, and then Miles and Bridget. So father is Miles Ponzi scam, or mother is Bridget Stanley. Or, okay, next page. Mother is Lily Constantine, or mother is Anna Grover. Or mother is Marissa Newton. Or mother is Julia Ponzi scam. Or father is Albert Ponzi scam. Or mother is Laura Husserl. Or father is Calvin. Or Caleb. Or father is... Actually, what am I doing? I should copy that. Rutherford Ponzi scam. And finally, mother is Gertrude Tilden. I hope there's no, like, maximum limit to a query, because this is a nasty one. Okay, there's our results. Actually, I'm curious about Morgan. Morgan is... Where's Morgan in this list? Are they even in here? I guess it's possible that some of these children did not have any, or these children didn't have children themselves, so Morgan might not even show up here. Possibly. I don't see them. So maybe they did, yeah. Okay. Okay, we're looking for, okay. So I need to... Oh, jeez, this is so unwieldy. And Def Day is null. And we need to order by birthday. Ascending, because we're looking for the top result. I want to be the oldest person. Zoran Ponzi scam. As in our Lord and Savior Zoran? That's... That's too coincidental. I feel like that's too coincidental to be not the answer there. Zoran Ponzi scam. I think we have... They were born in 1940, May 10th. Mabel and Morgan. I think this... Okay. I think we have an answer. Close all my windows. Honestly, again, we're basically accusing the ruler of this state for crime. So I don't know if they'll actually arrest them, but yeah, Zoran Ponzi scam. Uh-oh.
Detective, what are you thinking? You want to arrest Zoran, our great leader of Kalazarenia? You're telling me that he broke the law? That our head of state committed financial fraud? The smallest, most insignificant crime there is? If what you're saying is true, then our great leader isn't so great after all. And the evidence you found does seem to add up. I hate that it has to come to this, but it looks like we have no other choice. If Zoran can't stop himself from committing minor crimes, it's now up to us, the Minor Crimes Division, to be the moral guiding light of this nation. That's right. We need to overthrow Zoran and take over this country to ensure minor crimes never happen again. Unfortunately, we don't have the power or legitimacy to do that now, but give me some time to come up with a plan. I'll call you back when I figure something out.
Okay. This is one way to start an insurgency. Is there still another case?
I've got it!
Whoa,
I've come up with a plan to take over the country. I've been searching day and night for anything incriminating regarding Zoran in our government database, and didn't discover much. Except for these two suspicious-looking documents. It looks like Zoran's resume and cover letter from before he took power. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but I think it shows that a secret organization is ominously controlling this country from behind the scenes. And the people running this secret organization might not even be people, but a different animal species altogether.
What?
Detective, if what I'm saying is true, I'll need you to uncover which animal species is behind this secret organization and publish your findings in a place where everyone in this country will see, like on the front page of the Los Angeles Times. I wrote a guest article for them once, so I still have the login information for their website. When you figured everything out, go to lztimes.gov/publish and use the username guest and the password password, and
Jeez.
you should be able to get inside. Keep in mind, once you do this, Kalazarenia will be in chaos. This country will need a hero. They will need the Minor Crimes Division. They will need us.
Okay, this is entirely unexpected. I thought that was going to be the final case. I actually titled my stream The Final Case. But it's not the final case, is it? This is the final case. Okay. I don't know if I can do it this stream, though. I think I'm going to have to leave it till... Oh, yeah. I can already tell. Jeez. I have to look through their resume. Ponzi scam. Pet Pals Clinic. Huh. CV. While applying the position of totalitarian dictator, as I'm confident that this role would allow me to serve you all as best I can. Yeah. Do I push further, or do I leave this till next stream? Let me just quickly look here. Well, I can't even click on this. These are not clickable. It's an image, of course. Penpalsclinic.com. We will stop accepting human patients. Please click here for more. What? Oh, this text is so this text is so unreadable. Steve Gunder what? Steve Gunderson. Oh, Zoran used to be a veterinarian. Interesting. Oh. Information about different animals. Okay. What is... I'm just trying to get a sense of whether this last case will be quick or not. I'm not sure. What is this? sss.gov. Jobs 8495. When my father first told me that he and his ancestors served one of the super secret societies... Oh, super secret society that partially controlled our world behind the scenes, I immediately understood my calling and my purpose, to serve our rightful rulers of humanity. Reset password. Passwords can only be reset for registered SSS members. Zoran Ponzi scam. Oh boy. Okay. What is your mother's maiden name? Okay. I mean, this last case could be extremely straightforward, for all I know. But yeah, I thought this game would be a little shorter than I think I saw it could be complete in 8 hours. But maybe I'm actually wrong. This given the amount of content in this game, I'm actually quite surprised. It's actually kind of on par with like other games we've played, like Desktop Explorer or that. So I think I'm going to leave this till next week, because I'm going to be playing other games for a bit. But yeah, this is not the final case. Sorry. This is the final case, but we're not going to be finishing it today. So yeah, we'll come back to this. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all there. So as a reminder, tomorrow and Wednesday, I'll be going back to Busbound. We're going to be playing the Hidden Gems Tour DLC. Not sure if I'll need. I don't know. I'm not sure how long it'll take to finish it. It might be really quick, for all I know. But if I somehow finish the DLC in one day, I could come back to this on Wednesday, perhaps. And then Thursday and Friday, we're continuing with Sovereign Tower, Act 3. And yeah, I'm gonna have to schedule another stream for this. But honestly, for the most part, I'm pretty impressed by this game. Like, it's deeper than I expected. I thought it was going to be a little bit, I guess because maybe partly because of its tongue-in-cheek nature. Like, it's anyway, we're dealing with a dictatorship, and there's a lot of themes around that. It's not dark. It's not. There's a lot of levity in this game, but I'm actually surprised about as to how much there is. And yeah, I thought we'd be finished by now, but apparently not. So yeah. Okay. If you want notifications on when I'll be going live, then the best way is to follow me on Blue Sky and join my Discord server. The links are below in my Twitch page somewhere down there. And that's it. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.